Okay, all right, class, here we are. This is the lasagna demo, and I have all of our mise en place laid out, okay? So I have a little bit of olive oil. I've got my loaf pan that I'm going to cook my lasagna in, of course. I have my lasagna noodles, okay, that are cooked. I have my tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese. I have my ricotta cheese. The ricotta cheese is this one right here. Okay, it looks a little bit like cream cheese does. Okay, that's my ricotta. Let's just take the lid off. Okay, I have a little bit of Parmesan cheese right here. I have my sauteed peppers and onions, my ground beef that I cooked earlier, my Italian sausage that I cooked earlier as well too. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to add an egg to my ricotta cheese. And that's just to kind of help bind it a little bit. So when it goes into the lasagna, it has kind of a binding effect as the egg cooks. So I'm just going to take and crack the egg into the ricotta and then just mix that in with a fork. Okay, until it's just nice and smooth. All right, just like that. Okay, so rinse that up. And I just need to do a little maintenance. Just break up that ground beef a little bit. Okay, it's like that. Break up the Italian sausage just a little bit as well too. All right, now we're ready to go. So I'm just going to move all this stuff out of the way for now. Excuse me. And I'm just going to kind of set it to where I have easy accessibility. So I'm going to put that there, here, ricotta cheese, Parmesan. There we go. All right, so move all that stuff out of the way. So you got our pan. You're going to need a knife because the pasta sheets are going to need to be cut down to size. So the first thing I want to do is just line the inside of your pan with a little oil. So I just added a little bit of oil, and I'm just kind of taking my fingers and just rubbing it on the sides and the bottom of the pan. Okay, that's it. That's all you got to do. Kind of wipe off my hands. All right. Now, the first thing, I want to add a little bit of tomato sauce to the bottom. Okay, so I've got I don't know, maybe an ounce right there. So, ounce and a half. And I'm just going to take and kind of make sure it's spread out on the bottom. That way the sheets don't stick right to the aluminum. There you go. And if you find that it looks like I got a little too much in there, that's easy. Scoop a little out. Okay, I just want a little bit to kind of cover the bottom. All right. There. It's going to be messy, admittedly. Now, I have another pan right here. All right. And I want to cut my pasta so that it fits to length. So, right about there. Okay. Or I can just lay it down, just like that. Measure it with my pan and cut. And we'll even use these little pieces as well too. So once I've cut one, I can go ahead and cut a few more. There we go. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. That's the great thing about lasagna. All right. Maybe one more. There we go. Okay. Okay. So just set those there. These here. All right, bring my pan back over. Okay, so first thing is I need one in the bottom. Okay. Now, if it doesn't fit all the way, okay, like that one, it doesn't quite fit the width. That's easy. We can fix that too. Take a little sheet, okay, and cut it wherever you'd like. I'm going to cut this one just about in half. And I'm going to lay it in. So it'll overlap a little bit. It's okay. Okay? So, first layer, pasta sauce, and a little bit of pasta. All right? Next, we're going to add a little bit more sauce. Okay? Just kind of, again, spread that out. Just like that. Okay, so it covers the bottom. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of ricotta cheese. And that's what I had the egg added to. Okay, so that was 2 teaspoons. Okay. Add a little bit of ricotta. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Then, if you want to, you can give it a little tap. All right, after ricotta, I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Okay, and then I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Just like that. Okay? Okay, maybe a little more. All right, now it's up to you. This is decision-making time, okay? What kind of lasagna am I going to make? All right, well, I'm going to make a little bit of an everything lasagna. So I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of some bell peppers, onions. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of ground beef. Okay, just like that. Push all that down, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little more sauce to the top. Just a little. Okay. Then just use my spoon. Kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay. There we go. And maybe just a little sprinkle of cheese. Just like that. Okay. Now my next layer. Now my next layer, I can go in the opposite direction. Like that. So just like that. And then I got a little extra piece right there. So it's kind of like putting a puzzle together. Okay. There we go. Yeah, let me cut that down a little bit. All right. And now we're just going to do the same thing over again. Don't throw these away. Your little tags, don't throw them away. All right. So next step, a little more tomato sauce. Okay. Then a little more ricotta. You can add as little or as much as you like. See that a little bit. Okay. Just like that. A little bit of Parmesan. Just like that. Okay. Then a little bit of mozzarella. Okay. Just like that. And then again, more fillings, whatever you want to add. So I'll add another little bit of ground beef and a few more peppers and onions. Remember, you don't want too much, okay? More is not good. It's just not good. So, don't think that, oh, I need to have more, and it'll make it better. It's not. A little more sauce, just like that. Okay, I'm just going to kind of, again, work that in. Remember, as this cooks in the oven, everything is going to kind of marry together and become one. So, just kind of pushing that down a little bit, packing it in. Okay, just like that. Good. All right, yeah, maybe just a little more Parmesan. There we go. All right, now my next layer. So my next layer, I want to be just like, the first one. So put that in. And let me turn that over. Turn it over because it's cupping the opposite direction. Let's get rid of that one. I didn't like that one. So there we go. There's a good one. Fits right in there. Okay, so right there. And then, whoop, so you can see. Okay. There. All right. So we'll add our next layer. Okay, good, just like that. All right. And then we repeat the process all over again. A little tomato sauce. Okay. There we go. And a little bit of ricotta. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And a little more Parmesan. And a little more mozzarella. There we go. Okay. And then again, a little more ground beef. I'm going to save my Italian sausage, I think, for my calzone. Okay. So there, a little more peppers. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Just rinse off my hands. Okay. All right. So there is my other layer. I can add a little more tomato sauce. And I am just kind of pushing everything down, packing it in. There we go. Okay, good. And then one last one. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yep, I'm here. Go ahead.
For the tomato sauce, do we put that in the fridge or?
Yeah, once it cools, it's got to go in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that was Bree. She had a quick question about the tomato sauce. Okay, so last one. Last layer. So here, we're just gonna go, we gotta cut that down just a little bit. Okay. So there's my last layer. Okay, so there's that. And then we have our little end piece right there. Like that. I'm gonna use my spoon just to kind of tuck that all down. And then this final layer is nothing more than just sauce and cheese. Or you can do sauce, cheese, and ground beef, whatever you want. I'm just going to go with a little sauce. Okay. Just like that. And after that, what the hell? And just a little more ground beef. Okay. A little bit more Parmesan. Okay, just like that. And a little more mozzarella. Just like that. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. So, let me kind of just straighten up here a little bit. There. That tastes good. Move that out of the way. Wipe off my hands. Get a little paper towel. Clean up our board. All right, there we go. Okay. So That, gentlemen, ladies, is our lasagna, our finished lasagna. You know, as I kind of look at things, we may only have enough cheese to do the lasagna. I don't know, we'll see. But anywho, we'll worry about that later. This is now ready to go into the oven. Well, almost. I want to do two things. I want put a little bit of plastic over the top. Just like that. And then second, I'm going to cover it with a little aluminum foil. So I got myself a little sheet of aluminum foil, and I'm just going to place the aluminum foil on there, and I'm just going to kind of tuck it up underneath. Just like that. And then I'm just going to kind of give everything a little press with my hands, gently. You know, I'm not trying to be careful. You know, it's a little aluminum foil type pan, so I don't want it to bend or dent on me. So, and that, gentlemen, ladies, is ready to go in the oven. Now, I strongly suggest that you put a sheet tray underneath it, okay? And you're going to cook it for approximately a half an hour to 40 minutes at 375 degrees. At that point, you're going to very carefully remove it from the oven, okay? And then after removing it from the oven, you're going to very carefully remove the plastic wrap and the aluminum foil, and then put it back in the oven and cook it for an additional 15 to 20 more minutes until the cheese is nicely melted over the top and it is bubbling. And again, I strongly suggest you put something underneath this because it'll probably bubble over a little bit. And I would also suggest that even on that cookie sheet, maybe you put a little sheet of aluminum foil down, okay? You do have enough to make 2 lasagnas, okay?